All right, I think we are live. Hi, I am Jessica, also known as the Health Patriot, and this is a follow-up training for one that I did for the Slay Squad on Shakeology. I've been using it for over 7 years now. I am a huge advocate. I was a huge skeptic in the beginning. All right, I think we are live. Hold on one second. Hi. It's awkward. I thought there was no way that Shakeology would anything with that name, Shakeology, or a shake from this Beachbody company would ever be at my standards, to be honest, because of my background as a nurse and in holistic health. And I was humbled and I was very wrong. And I, like I said, used it now for 7 years. And so I just wanted to do a video on what the top 5 objections are about Shakeology or misconceptions out there, the reasons why the most common reasons why people don't ever even try it. There's a lot of information on the internet, as we all know, right? And a lot of it is wrong. So I have put out so many videos over the last 7 years on the truth about this specific supplement and a few others. So let's dive in. Number one is always going to be the price. And this is what I hear though, is that is an overpriced protein powder. That is the most common objection. And here is where I want to help everybody understand that it's not a protein powder, that it's not just a protein powder. So here is the bag. I think the hard part is that it looks like a protein powder in the container than the bag that it's in. And it's a shake, and most people can relate in their brain shakes to protein shakes. And while there is protein in Shakeology, it is only 20% of what the supplement actually is. It's actually not the main reason why I use it every single day. It's not because of the protein. While it's amazing that it has protein in it and very high quality protein, and I went into that in my first training as to why it's set apart. But I would say for me, the reason why I use it every single day and why I know a lot of my clients use it every single day is because of the help with our stress, helping support our body's stress response, which in turn helps support your hormones, which in turn helps support your digestion. There's a whole digestive complex. Sorry if you hear my chickens in the background. And the super greens in there help support your body's alkalization levels, help support your body's detoxification pathways, and the antioxidants that help support your cells. There's so much in it, from the fiber to the probiotics to the digestive enzymes. That is why I use it every day. And so if you were to take all 5 formulas that are in Shakeology and take the total price of it, and you were to divide it by 5, because you get a month supply in one of these bags, right? It ends up, if you have a partner account, it ends up only being $3.50 a day, including your tax and shipping. I'll break it down even further. It ends up only being under $20. It's like $19 and something cents a month for each of those formulas, for 5 of them, for a month's supply, with no added fillers, no added artificial sweeteners, no added any of that artificial crap that's in most supplements nowadays. And so it really is on how you see the value of the supplement that you're choosing to invest in. So when people tell me that it's an overpriced protein, then I just tell them, honestly, I used to think so too, but I had no idea what was in it. And then you can just pull out the bag or the label online if you don't have any, and you can read, sorry, the glare on from the sun, my garage office. You can read the 5 different blends yourself, and you can read all the different ingredients in there and the incredible mushroom complex that's in there. That is where the value is. I used to order those supplements separately, to be honest, and it cost me between $300 and $400 a month, and I was taking a lot of pills, like a lot, in order to get all of that in every day. So as far as price goes, I would disagree with someone who said that it was expensive. In fact, I don't understand with the quality and the testing that goes into each batch for potency and purity. It's tested around 1,900 times from start to finish to make sure it is pure and to make sure it's potent with their proprietary levels of superfoods. I don't understand how it's as affordable as it is. Especially, have y'all bought bananas lately? Like the banana, like I spend $100 on bananas a month with my 3 little kids. The price has gone up so much. So I'm very thankful the price has not changed. And with inflation and this is where it's July 3rd of 2023. So if that changes at any time, this is my reference point. Okay, so that's number 1. Got that out of the way. Hopefully that helps. Number 2 is have gotten asked about the sugar content. So if you look again on the label or the back of the bag, you'll see that there are 5 grams of added organic cane sugar per serving. And now, while we all are becoming more aware of the dangers of sugar and eating too much sugar, the average American consumes way too much sugar. I want to give you some perspective. So first of all, our body can recognize organic cane sugar and it can break it down and digest and metabolize it. It's different when you have an artificial sweetener. If our company ever used an artificial sweetener, I would be out. Even though it's the majority of my family's income, I would be out because it, in my opinion, any time the health company uses something like an artificial sweetener where we know that it is harmful to the body, then the main goal of the company is not truly to help people be healthy, right? So I'm thankful that we use organic cane sugar as a flavor enhancer in this supplement. However, here's some perspective. It is certified low glycemic index. And if you're not familiar with the glycemic index is what measures how carbohydrates in different foods affect your blood sugar. So there's a scale of 0 to 100, and Shakeology has a rating of 24. It's certified low glycemic index. Now let me take this a step further for context for you. An apple has a glycemic index of 38. Oranges, 42. Remember, Shakeology is 24, right? White rice, 64. Rice cakes, 82. And baked potatoes, 93. Shakeology is at 24. The reason why sugar can be harmful to the body is because of how it affects our blood sugar. Because with a rise in blood sugar and a chronic rise in blood sugar, if you're eating sweets a lot, then that can cause issues with, becoming pre-diabetic or diabetes, type 2 diabetes. It can cause inflammation all over the body. It can affect your cortisol levels and your hormone levels, and you can have gut issues from bacteria overgrowth in your belly. And so it is important to pay attention to, but in context, it is certified low glycemic index, which is really amazing. So that is my response when people are concerned about the sugar, because they're eating apples and oranges, and those fruits are actually spiking their blood sugar more than a serving of Shakeology would. Okay, number 3 is taste. Some people don't like the taste, or they compare it to other protein shakes they've had before, where they say, oh, I just can't do protein shakes. To which I respond, that's okay. You don't have to make it in a shake. Now, I'll be honest with you. I am lazy when it comes to getting this in my body. So I use a shaker bottle and water and ice. I don't care what it tastes like, even though I like this taste. I just need it in my body because I run multiple businesses and I have multiple children and life is crazy and I don't have time to be fancy all the time. So this is what works for me. But we have hundreds of dessert recipes now where you can use your Shakeology mix to make healthy dessert. There's a whole campaign out there that says eat more dessert, and that's what we're trying to help people do. So you can make like Reese's peanut butter cups, brownies, cookies. There's so many things that you can do with it. Ice creams, and then you can blend them. There's so many recipes. So many. Go onto the Beachbody On Demand blog. I think it's still called that, or the Body blog now, and you can look up all those recipes. There's just so many on your body. If you go onto Body, into like your bod groups and stuff, you can scroll through the recipes, and there's a ton of recipes. So try different ones. And here's really the most important part when it comes to taste. I'm not buying this just for the taste as like a dessert. I'm not paying for a dessert mentally. For me personally, I'm buying it for the health benefits. And so you have to identify why you are investing in it. And it's going to be different for different people. Many of you may have weight loss goals, and this will really help support your metabolism, support, I'm trying to be careful of what I say here, your detoxification pathways, and help you hit your healthy goals. It's going to help curb your cravings, and it's going to help to keep you on a healthy lifestyle track, right? And so you just need to get it in your body, but you really have a thing with taste and you need to enjoy it. Okay, that's amazing. So try blending it with frozen cherries, or try making it into one of Alana's Frowo whips. They're like frozen yogurt in your blender. Hello, like there's so many amazing ways that you can change up the taste, but don't stop trying. I would encourage you to not stop trying because there's so many options and it's so good for you. Okay, number 4 is I've had people tell me, well, it's not certified organic. And that was one of my things in the beginning too, because I'm aware of what is going on in our food industry, and I have been for a long time. And so that was one of my big concerns. And then I started looking deeper at all of these superfoods that are on the label are sourced from exotic farms around the world. A lot of them are smaller crops. And so to get a organic certification, an American organic certification, it would be very expensive and very difficult to get. To get that certification would probably cause this bag to be significantly more expensive than the price that it is right now, even though the product wouldn't change. But because of that label, it would cause the price to go way up because of how much it costs to get those certifications. So instead, the company decided, well, we're just going to up our standards. We're going to keep our standards super high with our testing, because why do people want an organic certification? Because they want to make sure that it's pure and that it doesn't have the pesticides, the herbicides, the hormones, like all of that kind of stuff. So the company said, well, what if we do that anyways? We just don't have certification. And so if you look into their testing, it is extremely rigorous. And if you know anything about the supplement industry, and that most supplements from all of these thousands of companies come from like 4 major supplement suppliers, you'll know, and if you read the labels, that most companies do not go into their sourcing research. But this body does, Beachbody parent company does, which is really amazing. So again, 1900 times from start to finish, they test their Shakeology for potency and purity. And that, for me, as someone who's giving this to my children and drank it when I was pregnant, like those are big, that's a big deal to me. So I'm very thankful for that. And then the 5th thing that I hear is, well, I like to chew my food. I don't like to drink my food. Girl, same. This is what I do to drink my Shakeology. This is not for me. I already had breakfast this morning, and it changes up every day. This is a snack for me. I think of it more as like a multivitamin in a shake. I think of it as a wellness shake for me to help keep my energy up and be a better mom and keep my stamina up and be able to constantly pivot throughout the day as things keep coming, right? Do you ever feel that way? And the adaptogens in Shakeology really help support the body's stress response. And so for me, it has nothing to do with being a full meal replacement, telling myself that I can't chew my food. This is just a supplement to what I'm already doing in my healthy lifestyle. I hope this was helpful. If you have any other questions or objections that you feel or that you hear all the time, feel free to email me at thehealthpatriot@gmail.com. I'd be happy to answer any more questions. I hope this was helpful. You can always find me on Instagram at health_patriot or on Facebook as well. All right, you guys.